guys, it's me again, FLOWCHA. I am your host. Well, this is my channel, so welcome to my channel. And if you have not, I'm also new here for those who are new, so you can go watch my 2 other videos which will help you know what all this channel is about. But I can also give you a little bit of a hint. I am the owner of an online store called FLOWCHA FashionxBeauty, which is at FLOWCHAstores.com. So even this active wear here, this piece here is there at FLOWCHAstores.com. I call it backless, breathable, backless sports bra. So there's a whole bunch of active wear and personal care products. Check it out. High compression leggings. We are onto it. So I'm not going to take too much of your time talking about my business and me, but of course my business is also a part of this channel, which hopefully it can inspire you. So let's get to it. Okay, so here we are, and well, today we are talking about 5 things you should expect when you first just launch or started your online business. And these are things that I experienced personally. So far, my store is about 2 weeks old, and I have experienced them, and I felt like, because this channel, I want to make it about sharing also about my experience in my online business. So the first thing is hidden cost. Hidden cost, I learned, even in the e-commerce courses I took, I learned about, just cost, so that I could know how to price my products for, to gain or to get, good profit margins. But I didn't realize, I didn't do enough research on hidden costs. And I'm talking about your merchant service that is actually, doing or aiding the transactions on your store, and then the platform you are using also for your store. So for the merchant service, it could be PayPal, Stripe, Shopify, or whoever. So all those hidden costs, they do eventually obviously affect your profit margins, and you really need to be on top of it. So, and then the second thing is okay, we're talking about the second thing yet, but I'm talking about still in the hidden cost is Facebook. So Facebook is not how it used to be. He also has these hidden costs which can affect your business. So you also have to dig deeper into them. They do these pay-per-clicks and all that. You're paying for the ad, but also pay-per-click. You have to be careful. So that's one thing. The first thing that you need to be in control of. So in the hidden cost also, I would actually connect it with shipping, because in shipping I priced my price. What I did is I just put one flat fee here in the US, and now I'm trying to figure out to do the international, because I realize I have all these bunch of other countries that I see on my site, especially Germany. So I realized I needed to fix that, because I was planning to do it in 2 months or something. So when you shouldn't do these flat fees. It should be per weight. That's how you are going to survive hidden fees. Because if people are going to order bunch and then the weight is out there, it's going to be more expensive for you to ship to them. So that is something that you really have to be careful. And I found this guy who did actually a really good job in detailing how much you should charge for each and how the increase you should have for each weight. So I would recommend you also research about that, so that you don't have this crazy hidden costs. They suck because they eat on your profit margin. All right. FLOWCHAstores.com, baby. Check it out. Go check it out. Okay, the second one I'm going to talk about is abandoning checkouts. You know, like the customers who abandon their checkouts. We have all been there. If you're shopping online, like you have been one of them probably. Like I've been one of them so many times. And the reasons are if your online store had such a long process to check out, people will abandon the checkout. If online store maybe is expressing one offer, and then at the checkout a customer is experiencing a different offer, they are going to abandon it. The chances of abandoning it are very high. And then just having so much demand on the customer, like when they're in your store, is going to guarantee an abandonment of your checkout. So I am also learning. I'm only 2 weeks in, and so far I have had 3 abandoning checkouts, and I learned what those things are. So I am definitely fixing them. At some point I'm going to talk about what needs to be done, like the specifics that needs to be done so we don't have the abandoning checkouts, because I'm still researching and I'm still testing. So I think that's what that would be actually a pretty good topic to cover. Okay, so and we are going to go to number 4, and no, number 3. So number 3, it's really about Facebook advertisement, and I didn't know to the extent of how strictly Facebook is with certain products. So Facebook, if you mention anything that has to do with, it sounds like some type of like medical treatments and stuff like that. Your products they will not approve your adverts. So the wording, like how you word your advertisement, is very important. So you have to be very careful about that. The way to actually, figure out if your product is not going to be approved is, I guess, to test it, because they do 24 hours review before they actually release it. So I didn't know to what extent that I didn't know they were that strict. So I mean, Google and YouTube, because I'm only in 2 weeks, so I am working on doing more on Google and YouTube, because there's so many positive reviews, pushing your adverts on YouTube. So anyway, after that, okay, so we are on to the next. After Facebook, we do have mentor. I kind of expected, but this, running your business, I mean, business overall, like I ran my own business back home, still do, but I think you sometimes don't realize how this type of business can become so mental for you. And for me, because I'm extremely passionate and I'm so, I feel like I want to get to it, like everything, you become very obsessive. So mentally, you really need to be careful, like what are you obsessed about? And I think the best way to do it is focus on solutions, and things that can benefit your business. Yeah, for example, instead of obsessing on how perfect your website should look, you should actually figure out, easiest way for people to go through your website and actually buy things, so you to make business and stuff like that. Yeah, so of course, in the future, today I'm just mentioning things, but in the next videos in the near future, I will go into details, all the things I'm talking about today. Okay, last thing that we are going to talk about is what you should focus on in your first month. I actually learned about this somewhere. Someone I'm following, actually. I will link them at some point. And you should focus on testing. You have to test, you know, your website needs to be like a testing ground. So your first month, you have to test from, you know, pricing. For example, like do you do completely free shipping, or do you should you do completely, you know, free shipping, or should you actually do maybe a certain amount? They say if you spend $40 or $30, you get free shipping and stuff like that. And you can actually, I learned this from these guys. They are called Ecom Hunt. I think I mentioned them before. So Ecom Hunt, they focus on the, you know, running your online business. I am subscribed to their blog, but they're also here on YouTube, so you can follow them. So they mentioned this, duplicate. I mean, that's obvious. You should duplicate your site, because there's that option, especially if you do have a store on Shopify. You should duplicate. If you duplicate, then you test both. You change, you know, you put it online, like you give yourself time. You test different, you know, sites. I guess you can say it's different stores, but it's like one store, but sites. So that will help you know what is actually working. So which is I'm also doing. And at some point I'll give you feedback on what I actually started with, and then when I changed and what happened and all that kind of stuff. So you should stay tuned to follow me to find out more, because I truly want to share this journey here on YouTube, because now, I mean, online business is really booming. It's becoming bigger every day. Obviously, there are so many people who are new to it. There are people who are testing, and there are people who are like me. I am in this because it's something that I planned long time. I have a whole vision for it. So yeah, follow my journey. Yeah, that's it. Welcome again. Until next time, guys, you can keep checking every Thursday. I will be posting. Yeah.